kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
Hey, could count on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm. She caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it. Yeah, spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask, can I?
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, living Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, Paki Zelaris.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He rifles one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
And the Bills now with a first and 10 at their 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's out. And oh, right away, he lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on second and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to sling this deep downfield into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Eric Harris who picks it. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common, But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
8 yards. It's 3rd down.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. The Buffalo defense does its job, and it's 4th down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Well, let's see. And the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
43-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, 57 yards. And the Bills have taken the early lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Nelson Aguilar. 72 yards. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play. Big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Andre Roberts now to return it. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
1st and 10 at at their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Singletary here running out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Carr completes it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
First down.
Gets this inside the 35-yard line. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
First down.
Carr now on first down. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown.
Down, Bills.
We constantly talk about defenders having great vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays. But you also have to have good feel as well because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Carr to try again after the pick six. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They do go for it. It's Carr. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's A.J. Klein, the linebacker. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the Raiders' 13-yard line.
This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. This will be caught at about the 6. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
18-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Carr now on first down. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Carr's pass.
It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Eluding the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Derek Carr with a touchdown pass to Henry Ruggs. And the Raiders are back within a score. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The coverage that time excellent by Nevin Lawson.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
6-yard attempt.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead works its way up to 10, 24-14. Still a little bit of time left here in the 2nd quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They run with a rookie from Utah. This is Zach Moss. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Come on, let's go. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughan. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? Now I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
1-yard gain brings up second and 9 at the 41-yard line.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's make these babies cry.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 7 on the play, and they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On third down, Singletary. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and the Bills will move the chains.
32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the ground, it's Singletary. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. Here's Allen on first and 10. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a second straight loss. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. So they're going for it, and here's Allen, escaping the pressure. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's Eric Harris who picks it. He's at the 50, the 30, 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. That's tough there, starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
Yeah, I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack.
Taken down and
Vic Beasley in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's taken to the 26. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
43-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At the Bills' 13-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Carr. And that's going to be incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs, and this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
A loss of 2. Brings
2nd down and goal. Carr, and he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Pass complete to Darren.
3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They had that lead, looked pretty comfortable in the first half, maybe got a little bit overconfident because that's gone now.
Almost takes it.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Trayvon Mullen. And he will be out of bounds as the 3rd quarter comes to an end with an INT. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Complete.
Make it 4 touchdown passes now for Derek Carr. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Here's the All-Pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He was brought down by Vicky.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete.
Allen's pass.
It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and
operating from the gun, Allen. And that's caught by Beasley. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Stephon Diggs. 54 yards. And the Bills have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line at a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards of first down.
First down, Raiders.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And he took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Jacobs. And he slips up past. It's the 45 before being tackled. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down.
Carr to throw again. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10.
He'll let this go deep for Ruggs.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, 52 yards. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Roberts now on the return.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, Allen eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
At the 42-yard line.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Max Crosby able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Bandit.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
From midfield, here's Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. On play action, Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tanner Muse with it. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Carr going to look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. It's caught inside the 25. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Left side caught by Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Man open left side is Brown. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
First down. 1st and 10.
Allen off the play fake. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 15, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Carr going to throw here. And now here is another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
Carr's pass intercepted.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. So after the INT, it's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen, and the return stops at the 39-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And incomplete as the clock stops here with just 1 second to go in this football game.
And 10.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. They spread.
To throw again. Carr, he'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And my goodness, another interception. Teron Johnson able to pick it.
Tonight highlights. Final score, Raiders.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
First down, Rodgers. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Throwing again on second down. Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Third down.
And oh, he coughed it up. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And some space here. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown.
Seahawks.
The pass receiver turned into a runner, then he turned into a fumbler, and it goes the other way for 6.
I love your description. Although for the offense, they're not too happy about it. But for the defense, what a big-time play for them. Never give up on anything. Sometimes you create your own points.
But the receiver, hard to fault him. He's just going for extra yard.
That's exactly what you're supposed to do, but you have to take care of the football.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now it's Carson. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards, down to the 10.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. That's a gain of 5.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson steps away to his left. He may try and run for this.
These type of plays are backbreakers for our defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with a pass rush, but were unable to do so.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game. They always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he'll let this go deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers.
Complete to
Alan Lazard, 59 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the rubber's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
16 yards, a first down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to look deep for more. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
By Bobby Wagner.
From the 27, Rodgers. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Reed. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now an option play on second down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They go play action with Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Packers 7.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. Let's see if they can avoid doing it here.
First down, Packers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
The Seahawks take.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was tackled at the 40.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
They go play action now. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. There to get a hand in and knock that one away, DJ Reed.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Plays and out. It's fourth down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. That's caught. It's Robert Tonyan, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on fourth down. Rodgers on target there to Lazard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
To throw again on second down. Rodgers forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Flush to his right. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Rodgers again here on second and 10. He hauls it in. Valdez-Scantling for the Packers touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling there to make the grab. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And this hits off the right upright, but it finds its way through. Could have gone either way, but he got it to go.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is DJ Reed returning. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the 31, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Wilson's throw caught by Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On first down, Carson. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. On third down, it's Carson, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Wilson, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. They run it with Carson, and he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
That's good for a Seattle.
To throw is Wilson, and they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
Out of bounds at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
44, no pass. 6 man.
From the gun, it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here.
14.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
Over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Here's Reed returning. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, first and 10 at their own 26. He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Mason Crosby for the extra point.
Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, Wilson. And this is a quick slant to Lockett. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the delay, here's Carson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
At the 37-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup.
He's tackled at the
2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Well, the second down throw on target. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. A tackle made by K.J. Wright.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he's taken down inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down.
First down, Packers.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Packers have moved out in front. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
The score, Packers 28, Seahawks 21. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Here's Reed. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And now here is another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick. Now I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been in the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
Devontae Adams, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Second and 10.
Throwing again, Rodgers. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a short return to the 6-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Wilson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. Draw play. This is Carson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Packer pressure, and down he goes. Kenny Clark, his second sack of the night.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now fourth down. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here's Austin. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
A gain there of 21 yards.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
The 41-yard line.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it third down and less than a yard.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and inches.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Rodgers throwing here. And it's caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Rodgers to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
At the 1-yard line.
Rodgers with a keeper. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They run, it's Williams. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and now he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Oh, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Now Wilson on 1st down. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and
got his man complete. And all the way down to the 39. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
The Packer 1st down.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Packers.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And he's got it.
And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Rodgers looking to throw. Touchdown, Packers. It's Devontae Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now look at him go. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
23. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. That's caught. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Packers 40, Seahawks 31.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a two-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end, right? You scored the touchdown, keep the momentum going, go for two. Maybe they're working on something for down the road. As you said, it doesn't matter. You lose the game.